Hera Syndulla is famously known for her lead role in the animated Star Wars Rebels series, and she recently gained attention after her first live-action appearance in the Ahsoka series. Hailing from Ryloth, Hera Syndulla went on to become one of the best pilots who were part of the rebel movement against the Galactic Empire. She was an influential leader for the rebels, with a wide array of unique powers and abilities that made her an interesting presence. Today, we shall look at her anatomy and tell you all about the physiological features and powers that help her stand out. Who is Hera Syndulla? What does she look like? Originating on Ryloth, Hera Syndulla was a Twi'lek female who gained a reputation as a revolutionary leader who resisted against the Galactic Empire. She was the daughter of General Cham Syndulla and Eleni Syndulla, and she grew up witnessing the Clone Wars and the Galactic Empire's reign on her home world. She soon departed Ryloth on her ship, the Ghost, with the intention of creating a galactic resistance movement against the Empire. She was later joined by Kanan Jarrus, and they soon gained the support of an entire crew known as the Spectres. Before heading to Lothal to help Ezra free his homeworld from the Galactic Empire's rule, Hera's rebellion of Lothal gained the attention of Senator Bail Organa, who found Hera suitable to join his movement and expand the rebel forces. She led the Phoenix Cell under his eye, and soon became an influential leader who was one of the first beings to join the Rebel Alliance. Kanan had hoped that joining the Massassi group within the Rebel Alliance would also help Hera finally reclaim Lothal from the Galactic Empire, and they later succeeded in doing so. While Hera has made significant contributions to the Rebel cause, she's most famously known for her excellent piloting skills, and she is even considered to be the rebellion's best pilot. Hera was a Twi'lek female with classic Twi'lek features, including green skin and a head tail known as a leku. She had emerald green eyes and red lips, and her leku was a light green appendage attached to her headgear. From which species does she belong? Are they all green? Hera Syndulla was a member of the Twi'lek species that can be best described as tall humanoids with varying skin colors. These colors range from white, yellow, orange, pink, green, black, gray, purple, and so on. And Hera's skin was green. While all Twi'leks did not share the same skin color, they did share a common feature in the form of the leku, or the head tail, that sprouted on every Twi'lek's head. Like other Twi'leks, Hera was tall and thin, and she also had a leku.
We've got our opening. This is it. All wings, form up and head for the target.
The role of Hera Syndulla's head tail, leku. Could she die without leku? The leku, or the head tail, was a vital feature of the Twi'leks, and it was related to their health. Twi'leks had to take great care of these appendages, and a damaged leku could have a detrimental effect on their overall well-being. If Hera were to lose her leku or injure it, there is a good chance that she would not be able to live for long unless she could nurse it back to its original state. Typically, a Twi'lek had 2 lekus, but a few of them had 3 or 4 lekus. These appendages could be used to communicate with other Twi'leks, and there were certain gestures that the Twi'leks commonly used to send a message. For instance, raising the tip of the right leku meant hello, and dipping the tail of the left leku meant goodbye. There were some other gestures, such as crossing the leku tips twice to say I love you, and some Twi'leks were known for tattooing these head tails. Mostly, Hera and other Twi'leks let these tails hang down their back, or let them fall over their chest. But there were a few members of this species, such as Bib Fortuna, who would bend it around the neck and shoulders to give it an aesthetic appearance.
Still no good. He's too fast.
Which language does she use? Does she use sign language by her leku? Besides using her head tail to communicate without saying a word, Hera can also speak her species' native language, Twi'leki. This language combines leku gestures and words, and most Twi'leks speak this language only on Ryloth. They can speak basic while interacting with other species, and Hera was especially adept at losing her Twi'lek accent very soon after moving from Ryloth. Is she the best pilot in Star Wars? Let's dive into the elements of her costume. Hera was inarguably one of the best pilots in Star Wars, and she has been flying right from the time she took part in a relief mission to Ryloth. After the failed assassination attempt on Lord Vader and the Emperor, Hera started flying as a rebel pilot and managed to fly several ships ranging from the Ghost, the Phantom, to a prototype B-Wing starfighter. Moreover, she could evade Imperial fighters with ease while flying around, and she had once even used her engineering knowledge to aid Sabine in installing a hyperdrive on Ryder Azadi's U-Wing. X-Wing. Her piloting skills helped her lead other ships during a space battle, where she was often found on the front lines. Hera's costume consisted of a leather armor vest, pants that were the same material as an X-Wing light suit, and leather boots and gloves. She layered the leather vest on top of a lightweight cotton shirt with puffed sleeves, and she completed the look with leather gloves that seemed to be the same material as the vest. She typically wore goggles on her head, and her leku were connected to a pilot's headgear. In a way, her costume was a classic X-Wing pilot outfit with a hint of elements that resembled a World War II era pilot. Besides being a skilled pilot, Hera had excellent combat skills, and she had defeated the likes of As Morrigan and Gal Travis in physical fights. Additionally, she was a seasoned rebel operative with good judgment of when blasters or bombs might go off. She also had a good idea about Imperial strategies and traps, and she could study battle maps and develop effective strategies to counter her opponents. She was pretty adept at using technology, and she once used Chuper as a conduit in order to send reverse data feed that would destroy an Imperial surveillance vessel. While Hera could not put up a fight against the likes of Sith Lord Maul, she was still quite a commendable fighter and an even better pilot. Does she have ears under those flight goggles or not? Twi'lek males are known for having ears, while females have cone-shaped organs that serve as a substitute for ears. Going by this, Hera does not have ears under her flight goggles. Female Twi'leks were known for hiding their cone-shaped organ with a head wrap or scarf, and Hera kept hers covered under the flight goggles. The difference in male and female hearing organs can be attributed to sexual dimorphism, a term that describes the sex differences between males and females of any species. Why her body temperature is higher than other humanoid species. Just like other Twi'leks, Hera Syndulla has a high body temperature. During the adventure novel Smuggler's Run, Commander Alicia Beck used her cybernetic left eye to read a Twi'lek, and it was then that we learned all about this species' internal temperatures. It was well established that their bodies are hotter than the other humanoid species, and their temperature seems to rise when they feel angry or fearful.
Hey, Mom! Is it true Aunt Sabine is gonna be a Jedi?
Now, where did you hear that?
Could Hera Syndulla have kids with humans? Twi'leks and humans could come together to create a hybrid of the two species, and Hera Syndulla had a son with a human named Kanan Jarrus. Kanan was a Jedi Padawan who had survived Order 66, and he met Hera while working alongside the rebels. Kanan passed away soon after Hera got pregnant, and Hera gave birth to a son who mostly appeared human, except for inheriting his mother's green skin. Hera's son, Jacen, has made an appearance in the 3rd episode of the new Ahsoka series. Jacen Syndulla, who mostly appears human, mentions that he wishes to become a Jedi like his father, and Hera gets quite emotional over this. Marvelous verdict. To sum it up, Hera Syndulla was one of the most influential Twi'lek beings to play a role in the history of the Star Wars universe. Her contribution to the rebel cause will forever be remembered, and her unique features, head, tail, and green skin have helped her stand out among other things. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Great. Now hurry up. They're gonna make the jump into hyperspace as soon as they clear the atmosphere.